The Arihant-class is a class of nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines being built for the Indian Navy. They were developed under the $2.9 billion Advanced Technology Vessel project to design and build nuclear-powered submarines. The lead vessel of the class, Prince Arihant, was launched in 2009 and, after extensive sea trials, was confirmed as ready for operations on the 23rd of February 2016. Arihant is the first ballistic missile submarine to have been built by a country other than one of the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. History. In December 1971, during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, the U.S. President Richard Nixon sent a carrier battle group named Task Force 74, led by the nuclear-powered US Enterprise, into the Bay of Bengal in an attempt to intimidate India. In response, the Soviet Union sent a submarine armed with nuclear missiles from Vladivostok to trail the U.S. task force. The event demonstrated the significance of nuclear weapons and ballistic missile submarines to then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Following the 1974 Smiling Buddha nuclear test, the Director of Marine Engineering at Naval Headquarters initiated a technical feasibility study for an indigenous nuclear propulsion system. The Indian Navy's Advanced Technology Vessel project to design and construct a nuclear submarine took shape in the 1990s. Then Defense Minister George Fernandez confirmed the project in 1998. The initial intent of the project was to design nuclear-powered fast attack submarines, though following nuclear tests conducted by India in 1998 at Pokhran Test Range and the Indian Pledge of No First Use, the project was realigned towards the design of a ballistic missile submarine in order to complete India's nuclear triad. Description: the Arihant-class submarines are nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines built under the Advanced Technology Vessel project. They will be the first nuclear submarines designed and built by India. The submarines are 112 meters long with a beam of 11 meters, a draft of 10 meters, displacement of 6,000 tons and a diving depth of 300 meters. The complement is about 95, including officers and sailors. The boats are powered by a single 7-blade propeller powered by an 83 megawatts pressurized water reactor and can achieve a maximum speed of 12 to 15 knots when surfaced and 24 knots when submerged. The submarines have 4 launch tubes in the hump and can carry up to 12 K-15 Sagarika missiles with 1 warhead each of 4 K-4 missiles. The submarines are similar to the Akula-class submarine of Russia. The Indian Navy will train on Prince Chakra and Akula-class submarine lease from Russia in 2012. Development: the submarines are powered by a pressurized water reactor with highly enriched uranium fuel. The miniaturized version of the reactor was designed and built by the Bhabha Atomic Research Center at the Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research in Kalpakkam. It included a 42-meter section of the submarine's pressure hull containing the shielding tank with water and the reactor, a control room, as well as an auxiliary control room for monitoring safety parameters. The prototype reactor became critical on the 11th of November 2003 and was declared operational on the 22nd of September 2006. Successful operation of the prototype for 3 years enabled the production version of the reactor for Arihant. The reactor subsystems were tested at the Machinery Test Center in Visakhapatnam. Facilities for loading and replacing the fuel codes of the naval reactors in berthed submarines were also established. The detailed engineering of the design was implemented at Larsen & Tobr's Submarine Design Center at the Hazara shipbuilding facility. Tata Power said built the control systems for the submarine. The steam turbines and associated systems integrated with the reactor were supplied by Welch & Nagar Industries. The lead vessel underwent a long and extensive process of testing after its launch in July 2009. The propulsion and power systems were tested with high-pressure steam trials followed by harbor acceptance trials that included submersion tests by flooding its ballast tanks and controlled dives to limited depths. India's Arihant reactor went critical for the first time on 10 August 2013. On 13 December 2014, the submarine set off for its extensive sea trials. Ships in class. Exact number of planned submarines remains unclear. According to media reports, about 3 to 6 submarines are planned to be built. The first boat of the class, India's Arihant, is expected to be commissioned by 2016. The first 4 vessels are expected to be commissioned by 2023. In December 2014, the work on a second nuclear reactor began and the second boat, India's Arihant, is being prepared for sea trials. The next 3 ships in the class, after the lead ship, will be larger and have 8 missile launch tubes to carry up to 8 K4 and a more powerful pressurized water reactor than India's Arihant. A larger follow-on class, the Arihant-class, is also planned. These new boats will be capable of carrying 12 to 16 ballistic missiles. Timeline.